Now that Egypt is firmly united under your rule, we must develop trade relations with cities throughout the world to increase Egypt's wealth, O king of the two lands. As your people prosper, they demand more exotic items. Tired of jewelry and easily obtained luxury goods, your people want rare and expensive luxury goods, such as incense. Your court and I, your trusted vizier, recommend that you establish a Red Sea port at Sawu. Sawu offers a trade route to distant point, from which the finest incense in the world may be imported, though at great cost. Besides some modest veins of gold and copper ore, Sawu produces few raw materials of its own, but can thrive as a manufacturer of finished goods. By importing raw materials from trade partners and exporting finished products, Sawu shall be able to turn a tidy profit. While you are busy at Sawu, one of your most valiant nomarchs is establishing a new trade center in Nubia. His city, Aiken, is likely to come under attack, so my beloved Pharaoh should be prepared to send him any resources he may need. Under your rule, Sawu is sure to be one of the loveliest cities in the kingdom, suitable as a final resting place for you and your family. As you establish the thriving port, do not neglect preparations for the afterlife. A mausoleum and small brick pyramid will provide sumptuous quarters for you and your family after your passage to the Field of Reeds.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pharaoh, and we are here on Sawu, on the shores of the Red Sea. Now, looking at the requirements, things are pretty big here. Population 8,000, prosperity 65, kingdom 75, culture 65, and monuments. We got a couple of things to build there. And it sounds like, well, Sawu isn't very good at making anything, though we do get gold and copper ore, and we're gonna need to have a military because we'll probably be invaded at some point, but people are gonna need our help as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the city, slow things down, pause the game, and see what we're dealing with here. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the map. So we got like scattered ore, I think. There's a bit here, a bit there. I'm not sure if any of this is crossable. If we have a look at here. I mean, we could put a bridge there, but I don't think people can walk over there. Right? None of this is bridgeable. Yeah, they did this on purpose. Does that... No. It doesn't quite. Okay, that means this is the where people come from, this main kingdom road. So that means to get to this right side, we have to cross the river and then cross back over. Alright, that can be a little tedious rather. We do have some hyenas that we have to deal with, which can be a bit of a problem. Let me just make sure they're all spawning in properly here. That should be... Okay, so that looks good. And we're gonna... Ooh, look at this. That's a lot of ore. So that means under raw materials we have gold mine and copper mine, and we can get lots and lots of gold mines here. So this is basically where gold mines should be set up, and the scattered ore here we can put the copper mines, produce weapons and stuff like that. We could even have a bit of a weapons industry up here if we want. We could fit 3, I think. Alright, but first things first, let's deal with these hyenas. Go to beautification, small statue, unpause the game on slowest setting. Ah, there's still some hyenas spawning in here. Let me just make sure they're all in. That should be all of them, right? Alright, so that means we should be able to do this. Now, if you didn't know, you can actually block off these hyenas with these small statues. This is a little pricey, but it's worth it to never have to deal with them. Let's go up here, up here, up here, and up there. Now, you can put the statues like that. That does trap them in. These sand dunes, I bet the developers, when they made this map, they put these sand dunes here just to make sure if you were to do this, it is a little bit more expensive. Just to punish you for... I don't know, it's not really cheating. It's just sort of well, dealing with the hyenas. Anyway, so people are going to move from here, but we really want people to be over on this side, which means if we go to water crossings, ferry landing, we need to get across this little river. We can... How do we want to do this? So basically I can put a ferry crossing... Oh, I can fit one there. So I can fit one there to connect up to here. Let's connect it up to there. And then we're gonna put one... How much space is here? 1, 2, 3? Yeah, I don't want to waste the 3-tile coasts if possible. So I'm gonna put one there and put one there. And if I understand things correctly, these do not need to be employed for it to count as a connection. Immigrants will be able to cross here even though these things are not employed, and it also means that these things will not burn down. So we don't need to employ these buildings quite yet. But one thing I do want to do is to just get a starting population going. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna put a small housing area here. You can see this is farmland. This is a should be meadows, right? That means we can get chickpeas going. So I want to put a small, maybe just an 8x8 block, get this area fed a little bit. But then once that area is moved in, we can start shifting people over to this side and get some proper housing areas here, get a palace down, get all of these gold mines working. This does go right up to the edge, and we do have to worry about invasions. I worry that invasions might come from down here. But I think that's a plan. I can set the weapons industry over on this side, starting block here, and the main farmland will be in this little circle here, and the main gold area over on this side. That seems to make sense. Alright, so we're gonna get that started and see how things look. Alright, so as you can see here, I've set up my first housing area. We've got a bit of a farm going here, and I've made this into a loop so that it always passes these houses attached to this block. So that stabilizes all of the employment. Now here it does say no workers live nearby. We'll see if that stabilizes. Otherwise I could shorten this road a little bit. Like if I connect this up and move that farm. Can I actually move that farm? Like shift it over to there. So we could just clear all this up. Now we're about to go into debt here, which is fine, because we're gonna get our first bit of free money. That actually looks so much better. Yeah, we're gonna do this. So hopefully, now that this road is shortened, these white guys, these guys in white,
The most popular person in the city. A lot of people need jobs.
as soon as they pass this house, they get access to the worker pool. And we'll see if that works out. Now, over here, I've got a little area prepared for the copper industry. And over here, I've got an area prepared for the gold industry. And we are, well, we're short on people. We're not short on people, but if we want to start setting up gold mines, we're going to be short on people. So I do sort of want to evolve this housing area as soon as I can. Which means the next harvest for chickpeas is in April, which, well, basically we can only evolve these houses in April, once the food comes in. So we'll see how that goes. But meanwhile, we're about to run out of money, which means we do have to basically put down a city palace, which is going to cost 1,800. There we go. We're out of money. How much do we get? 2,200. Okay. No problem. So we can put down a city palace and start setting up gold mines, which is basically what we have to do, because I have not actually checked what we can sell. We can sell game meat, gems, wood, granite, sandstone, not the best yet. Clay, pottery. Okay, we could open up a land trade route to sell pottery, I think. Do we have... Yeah, we can set up a pottery industry to start selling to Wast here. 300, that actually might be a better endeavor right now, rather than dumping it into a... Let me just make sure. Oh no, they sell pottery. Misread that. Does anyone buy pottery? Dunkul Oasis, land trade route buys pottery. Alright, so we can actually do that. 2 shields means... Can't remember the exact amount, but that would probably be a better thing. So we're going to need some people to move in here. So let's get that row of houses in. And let's put down... We could actually... I'm not sure. I could actually put it back here. This might actually be slightly better. So let's put down a bit of a pottery industry here. Let's get, how many clay pits? 3 clay pits, I guess. That should be a decent amount. We'll have this as sort of a loop. I know this isn't the best for desirability, but it's gonna be fine. Let's move this over here, and we're gonna set up this pottery industry here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're gonna need a storage yard, which we can stick right there, and set this to just accepting pottery. And there we go, we've got a pottery industry. Now, once this gets going, we're gonna be able to start making some money, and once we make enough money, I'm gonna set up the city palace over here and start getting the gold mines going. Because once the gold mines going, that's basically gonna be infinite money. But we'll see how this goes first. We do need to save 500 to open that trading route in the first place, so let's get the pottery industry going first. Alright, would you look at that? We just got our pottery industry going, and we got a request for Icon. Last city requires 2 weapons, 9 months to comply. So I'm actually okay with these sorts of requests. It's sort of out of the blue, and it gives you time, because we only just sort of started. It hasn't even been a year yet. Even our first harvest of food hasn't even come in yet. And getting 2 weapons will not take too long. So let's just slow the game down. Now, I will go into debt, but what I can do is I can just put down a copper mine now, which will not put us in debt. We'll wait for a bit of copper to come in, and 9 months should be plenty of time to produce a couple weapons. So we're just gonna need like space for a weaponsmith there. We could make room for... Ooh, I should be careful with how I do this road. I might want to rearrange that a little bit. But once we get a bit more pottery in, I'm gonna open up the trade route and start selling pottery, which is gonna help things immensely. And we'll let that copper mine go. We're currently short on people. I've prioritized things. As you can see, I'm prioritizing the industry and food to make sure we get, 1, enough food to evolve our houses, and industry so we get as much pottery as quickly as we can. So we're short by 47 employees, but religion, we don't have to keep the gods too pleased at this population level of 500. And health and sanitation isn't so much of an issue as long as there's the occasional walker who comes out. And not too much of an issue right now. So we'll get this industry going, and we're just waiting for a bit more pottery, and then we'll open up the trade route. Basically, as soon as we go into debt, we might as well open up the trade route, get the money in, get that weapons request going. People are extremely pleased with me, apparently. And then once pottery does actually take off in terms of making us money, we'll shift over here and start setting up a gold mining industry. And then we'll just use all of our money to place down the next gold mine. The more gold mines we get, the more money we get, the more money we get, the more gold mines we get, and so on until we have infinite money. That's the plan anyway. If we get invaded, we're completely dead at this point. So let's just keep things... I don't know, we're about to go into debt. Yeah, food has come in. Fantastic, look at that. Food has come in. How much food do we get? I don't think it's going to be enough to feed all that many people. Because the first feeding can be a bit of a pain. That's 1,300 chickpeas? Huh. They can take quite a bit each one, right? That can be a little bit difficult. I might need more farms, or maybe it's just because... When's the next harvest? Doesn't quite say right now. I'm not sure if I should start feeding people. If I feed people, it will bring in more food. So let's just... we'll just put the bazaar down right there. That sends us into debt, which means we can just go ahead and open up that trade route. Let's make sure we open up the right one. This one buys pottery, 500 Debens. Open up that trade route and pottery. Export when it's over 0. Export all of it that we have. Okay, and that means we might as well just go ahead and put down that, now where is it? Weaponsmith, which, this is actually not, there should be another copper mine there. Let me just move this over to here so I can get rid of that. We'll get rid of that, and we need to loop this road a little round like this. Come on, get out of the way. We need to go up a little bit so that we can have the weaponsmith. There. And a storage yard here. So we're well into debt here. This is just going to accept weapons. Where's... There it is, weapons. Because we just need to produce 2 weapons and that should be fine. We've got 8 months, should be plenty of time. Okay. And we're going to start feeding our people, going to start selling pottery. Let's speed things along. There's the first trader. Let's see how much money we get out of this. That's a good amount. We should be out of debt soon, and then we're going to focus on setting up our gold industry over on this side. So, we've got quite a bit to do here, so let's get to it. Alright, so now we're back in the black here, so we've sort of reset our debt anniversary here. You can see the traders are coming in, buying some pottery, so that sort of keeps maintaining what we have, but it's not gonna allow us to grow. So the tricky part, especially on very hard, is to set this up. So basically, I need a city palace to start collecting gold, and city palace costs 1,800. That's a massive debt to go into. Which is not the most pleasant of things, but I think I'm gonna take this leap. Right? I know we're sort of not too short. The city has no employment problems. We've sorted that out by feeding some people. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into massive debt here. Gonna drop the city palace. Yep, we're in debt. We're gonna build a road there. See, the city palace alone takes 30 people, which is pretty hefty. And we're gonna put down our first gold mine. So we're in very big debt here. 1,800 or 1,900 in debt. And basically, we need to start making our money back. So now is October. So hopefully we don't hit a debt anniversary. So by next October, we have to get back in the black. Now, short by 28 employees is not too bad. So the sale of this pottery will help us crawl back up. And as the gold mines start to make money, we'll be able to put down more gold mines. More gold mines, more gold, more gold, more gold mines. It's a cycle of infinite money. Okay, so basically that's the plan. People idolize me as a god, but I'm also still constantly afraid of requests and invasions. Now we're about to get our... do we have 2 weapons? We have 2 weapons. Oh, fantastic. Good thing I caught that. 2 months to comply. Let's dispatch those. We'll keep the kingdom on our side with that. Because I'm not sure if we're going to keep the kingdom on our side with our money. Alright, so let's just keep going. Hopefully we can make our money back. It seems paying people sort of cuts into our profits here. But hopefully we can get things going soon enough. Alright, here's a request that I'm not sure if I can fulfill. 12 months to comply, 2,200 pottery. We kind of have to make our money back first, and also it'll sort of give us extra time if we don't meet the 12 months deadline. So I don't think I'm gonna aim for fulfilling this request at the 12-month deadline, because right now we're at 2,000 in debt, and don't worry, that's sort of... Oh, is our food not moving? We have to reprioritize something here, just get things going a little bit. There we go, just get that going, then we can deprioritize it. We've upped our pottery production, and I've also put down an extra gold mine here, which employment here is going a little on and off because we do need to have a second house. But see, gold is coming in. So I went a bit further into debt because we just have to make our money back by October. And look at that, we're back to 1,600, and I should be able to make our money back by then. Now, I'm not sure, can the market lady get food from there? I don't think she can. Let's just make sure the market lady goes to get food. If I deprioritize this immediately, can she still get the food? These are just little cheesy tricks I'm doing here. Let's just make sure she does grab the food. Okay, a bit more food came in this year than last year. So, alright, come on, buy that pottery. Yes. Okay, 1,500. We're just sort of waiting for a bit more gold to come in. There's that immigrant. Come on, quickly move into there. Stabilize these gold mines. There we go. Evolved a few more houses on that side, which should be good. That brings more people in, because we're currently short by 72 employees. Alright, fantastic. This helps our employment. Extra room for 20? Yeah, okay. So things are going along quite nicely. I'm not gonna fulfill that request immediately because we do have to sell the pottery for our money. It's very important. And I have actually boosted up my production here, and industry is still prioritized, so it is fully employed. Things are going as fast as they can for the pottery and also the gold mines. We have a bit of a weapons and copper stockpile coming up here, just in case there is another request for things. There might be a request for copper, you never know. Food supply, I think once this area is fully fed, we'll be producing enough food to actually keep things going. But for now, we just need people to be here. Is there still room for people to move in? There's still room for a few more people to move in, which should bring our employment to a more acceptable level. We're at 700 people. How are the gods feeling? Sympathetic? Okay. Don't want the gods getting upset. So this side has been refed. This side on the left has been fed. Fantastic. 300 food there. More pottery is coming in. We're at minus 1,000 now, and we're in July. June, July, August, September, October. We should be able to get back in the black by October, and more people moving in. Fantastic. And then once we start making more money, I'll start putting down more gold mines. Sounds good. Alright, so this is, apparently, I thought it was October, turns out it's August. I hit my debt anniversary, which means it affects our kingdom rating, which is down by a decent amount there. I think that's 10 points. Ugh. Not so good, but we are at minus 555 here, going into September. We're gonna hit the black soon, which will at least reset our debt anniversary, and then we'll be able to start getting more things in. How's our employment looking? Short by 41, that's better than before. And yeah, we're just sort of selling a little bit of pottery here. Oh, we're at minus 144, which means very soon we've cured our debt anniversary. Would you look at that? So reset it to September, so I can slow things down now. And I'm willing to go back into debt after resetting the debt anniversary by placing down a bunch of gold mines. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, I should actually solve my first problem, which is food. We need a bit more food coming in. And that should be able to support this area. And I'm gonna put down, how many people does it take? 12 each? But I need the gold mines. So I'm gonna put down 3, puts us back into quite a big debt. But with 3 gold mines and the pottery, recovering that before next September will be no problem. And I think, a gold mine has collapsed. Scripted events, 6 months. I'm not gonna match that. Bring a few more people there. What was that message? Debt, back into debt. Yep. Okay, no problem. And a gold mine has collapsed. The challenges of this mission. Well, I'm not gonna rebuild it because I'm already in debt. The challenges. The scheduled collapsing of a gold mine. Oh well, at least our employment won't be hit so hard. Alright, we're back in the black and making some nice money here. There we go, selling some pottery, or selling the odd pottery. And basically last year we actually did sell the max amount of pottery, 2,500 units. So we don't need to boost up our pottery industry anymore. And now we can just focus on getting the gold mines going. So I should basically fit down one more gold mine here. Yes, there. And also, we do need to get a military going. So, we're gonna need a recruiter, which is, I guess we'll just squeeze one in here. We need to get some sort of military going, at least. And getting a fort down. Now, these are the expensive ones. Should I go archers or infantry? I'm really not too sure. We're not really producing enough. How many weapons do we have here? 7 weapons. To get a full employment of infantry, it's going to cost quite a bit. We're going to need to up our weapon production, basically. If I put down one more weaponsmith, it might work. I'm a little concerned about employment, but once we feed this area in the next harvest, it should actually solve that issue. So I'm going to go ahead and put down a fort of infantry. And I don't know exactly where I want to put it. Let me slow the game down here. I don't think an invasion is going to come from this side, because this side is completely the Kingdom Road. An invasion from this side I really don't care about. So the only sort of area I really want to protect are the gold mines. So I think I'm going to put an infantry fort like right here, near these hyenas. It'll allow us to protect this lower right side and allow us to come over this side. So somewhere in the middle, like that. Infantry fort right there. Fantastic. And we're going to put down one more weaponsmith. Yeah, we're back in debt. No problem. One more weaponsmith to get the weapons going. And I cannot, I wish I could, but I cannot afford an academy. 1,500. That's not just in terms of money, but also in terms of employment. Alright, next harvest is in April, which means that these farms, currently prioritized, should be able to give us enough food to feed this whole area, which will give us the people we need to get things properly going. Alright, we managed to evolve these houses a little bit further here, put down a juggler's school and a booth, nothing too fancy. A new supply of food has come in, which has sort of stabilized the food for half of this block anyway. Desirability can be a bit of a problem. Let's see, can I actually... Oh, you can only plaza it up when it's like that, right. I don't know, that's a good number of houses evolving there. That should bring in... Oh, X room for 32. That should actually solve our employment problem, which is currently... suffering quite badly. But also, military is coming along. Look at that, we've got a little bit of a company here. And also, look at that, look how much money has come in. And as those people move in, we're gonna go ahead and put down more gold mines. We'll just drop 3 straight up. And we're gonna have this road come around like that. There we go. I'm not sure if that firehouse will come down all the way down here. I think it will. We've got 2 houses in the middle there. And these new gold mines should get our money going even more. Looking good. Looking nice. Are these just not evolving because of desirability? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if putting down gardens here will help much. Our pottery industry is a little close to home here. It does actually help. Would you look at that? We can just drop down a few gardens as we're about to sell a couple bits of pottery here. And gold is still coming in. There we go. We can drop some gardens there. Drop some gardens back here. Get these houses going. I should like really put a large statue right there, but for now this will have to do. And there we go. That brings in a nice batch of immigrants. Shot by 113 employees. Not the best, but... yeah, there's still room for people to move in. Let's get these people moving in so we can actually get things going. Okay, there we go. Money's coming in. Gold mines are going. That's a good set of gold mines. That's going to bring in quite a bit of money, actually. And we actually have room for a bit more. We've almost fully tapped out the gold mines, but should be okay. Are these working at 100% efficiency? They are. We got 2 weaponsmiths going. Military is coming in quite nicely. Okay, so if there's any requests now, usually, if it takes a couple months, we'll be able to fill that out. I hopefully. We actually have a good amount of money. Yeah, at this point we just have to sort of solve our employment problem. To evolve these houses, we need more entertainment and pottery, I think. But I think what we should do is just make sure we keep things going. Religion can be low, health and sanitation, government. Yeah, I think 2 people keep this open. As long as the gold comes in, I'm happy with it. And I think there's still a bit of room for people to move in here. Yeah, so that should stabilize our employment. Now, I could, at this point, start setting up a new housing block. And I sort of want a housing block here. So I think what I'm going to do next is set up a new housing block somewhere else, now that we have the money to set one up, because setting up a new housing block can it can cost quite a bit of money, actually. So next thing I have to do is get more people into the city, finally solve our employment problem, make sure we have the military to defend ourselves, and maybe a couple more gold mines. Sounds good. Alright, so it looks like there is a war going on here, and Icon needs our help. You should dispatch troops within 18 months. Okay, does it actually say how big an army? Dispatch troops, a small force. Okay, so we do have, at this point, let me slow things down. We do have a full battalion of infantry. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for a small force. But anyway, as I said, I was going to set up some housing areas. I got 2 nice hard blocks here, and it's looking good. People are moving in. This should solve our employment problem, and we're still staying in the black thanks to all of this gold coming in. And also, we did get a request for 1,100 linen in 3 months. Well, it was in 7 months, but I've just set up this industry here, where I'm importing flax and producing linen, because I don't think we can actually, we can't farm flax on this mission, and the whole point of this mission is to be importing goods. But once we fulfill that request, which by the way we need to start stocking up on pottery, which I think I should go ahead and start stockpiling that resource to fulfill this. Don't want to miss that. 14 months should be plenty of time. This one I'm gonna miss the first deadline, but it's fine. We'll get 1,100 in no time. Just need three shipments from these workshops. I put a road back here, connected it back here, so we will have access to flax and linen from this side if we ever do need it. But alright, so I'm waiting for these people to move in once these houses evolve from the water thing as well, which I should probably prioritize this temporarily. Ooh, there's a... Here I can deprioritize that for a bit. Get a water guy out. Come on. I should probably leave health and sanitation on a priority, because it's sort of important to make sure we don't run out of water. Because if we look here... Yeah, see, water's running a little low. But here we go. Once these people move in, it should completely solve our employment problem. 63 people is not that much. And then I can set up a bunch of farms here. I could probably expand a couple more gold mines as well and start properly importing a lot of goods, like not just flax, because we can import flax and sell linen to like Darkla Oasis. We could also import other things, like barley. Someone should sell barley, right? Oh, Mennefer sells reeds. That's a water trade route though. They buy beer, but who sells barley? Someone should sell barley, right? Or maybe it's going to take... Ooh, they sell luxury goods. Incense. Ah, okay. Alright, so basically that's the whole idea. We need to start... they buy barley. I'll find it eventually. We need to import raw materials and export processed goods. So linen's going to be a nice one to get started with. And yeah, I could probably start expanding that industry. More people are moving in. Plenty more people are moving in. Which... yeah, so it looks good. So I'm going to let these people move in, and I think I need to expand my military a little bit before I send it off for this small force. We do have 17 months, so that's plenty of time. And we got to deal with all of these things, really. Alright, we're actually selling a bit of linen now, because we actually have enough to dispatch what we need here. Look at that. We can dispatch those goods, and we've almost got enough for the pottery. And I think I will just drop down to... Wait, I'm importing to maintain 1,200 flax. I want to just export all of our linen for now, because our linen industry is going along quite nicely. The extra source of income is good as well. And we've also maxed out the number of gold mines we have here, and it seems like we could do with an extra house, like right there. Because these gold mines on the end, I think they're not quite reaching that house there. So we're not maxing out the employment all the way down yet, but all this gold coming in is very, very good, because it's basically infinite money. Meanwhile, our military is almost completed a second fort here. More people are moving in here to sort out any shortage of workers, which currently we do not have. We've got 28 unemployed workforce, which is fantastic. We could actually start upping some of our industry here. I think we could up the amount of weavers we have. so linen really starts coming in, we can start selling that. I think these guys buy linen. And now that we've got 2 exports going, do we have enough for this? Ooh, we're short 1 pottery for the request. But selling the linen... Oh, that was selling us our flax. Okay, never mind. Selling the linen, selling the pottery. Once we can start selling pottery again, it's gonna be good. And then we can start evolving these houses. I think once we get a bit of money, we'll set up some farms and stuff. We do need more people coming in here. Food on this side also is struggling a little bit. We might need to squeeze in another farm or 2, but we'll see what we can do. At least money seems to be doing okay, and our military is starting to be pretty prepped here. So, should be good. Alright, so here's a little bit of a conundrum. A Bedouin army is approaching my city and will attack in 8 months. Which is a little tricky because I need to dispatch these troops which will attack in 7 months. So I think I have to... Oh, I have to dispatch these troops first. We'll send the infantry and the archers. We'll dispatch now. Hopefully they will be back in time. But on the back of this, I'm gonna go ahead and put down another infantry fort right here. So we at least start training up more troops on the back of this. And also I'm trying to get these farms going. So what I thought of, instead of trying to get the irrigation ditch somewhere which I have to build quite far over there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build it on this side. And I think I can actually make this work. If I put that there, and I put this here, and I have the irrigation ditch come around like that, we can actually bring it out this way. Which will put us into debt, but we'll make that money back pretty quick. I had 2,000 demons just now because I sold a bunch of linen. So the linen industry is actually pretty good. And also, I did dispatch the pottery, which I now don't need to stockpile. I can start exporting it as well. That'll bring in even more money. And now I gotta get this over here, which costs a little bit of money, but not too much. And we can do that. And I just have to have the road come up like that. Yep, we're in debt, no problem. And we'll have the irrigation ditch sort of come along here and make sure those farms are irrigated. And that should actually work quite nicely. So we'll get some farms going on this side. Now, employment might be a little affected by this, but shouldn't be affected too much. And we're gonna need a bunch of farms here to start really stockpiling food. So I'm gonna go ahead and just build a few more farms. Hopefully this does actually work out nice enough. Irrigation ditch can come around like that. Hook those up. I think this counts as irrigation. Yeah, the farmland is irrigated. So this actually works quite nicely. Would you look at that? Alright, now the only thing I'm worried about is that invasion that's coming in. And maybe I should splurge on that academy at this point. So let me just drop down an academy here. Make sure our troops are actually trained. That does cost a lot of money, but we'll make that up real quickly with our new exports of linen and pottery and our gold mines, which are now working at maximum efficiency. Oh, not quite. Almost maximum efficiency. Alright, so here's a bit of a problem. We're being attacked by the Bedouin army. It's going to be here in 1 month, and we have less than 1 fort of troops right now. And the problem is we've sent our troops away. They're abroad, off fighting... Well, we're off saving Icon. I think it's fighting something... Oh, I think it's down here. I'm not sure. We're fighting someone. And our troops are not back yet. So I have to see if this amount of troops is going to be able to do it. And I don't really know if we're gonna be able to deal with this. We have a lot of money, so I'm just gonna do this because we don't know where they're gonna come from. We got a few extra police stations here. Why are these gold mines not working? Are we just short on people? I think we are just short on people. 194 employees, that's not so good. Bedouin army is attacking us. Where are they coming from? Here? Oh, that's not good. Let's just bring out the troops. Okay, where are they coming from? It shows here. There they are. Okay. I guess we just have to move our troops down here and fight them. Let's position them like this. Our policemen are already going. I don't see many of them. Let's rotate the camera a little bit. I guess the faster we engage them, the better, right? Before more troops show up. Just go kill them. Okay, there's a decent amount of them. But I think if that's all that's coming in, we're gonna be okay. Our troops capably dispatched a forward icon. We have become more popular. Okay, so our troops are on the way back here. Come on, kill these guys. Yes. Alright, I think we've got this. I think we're actually gonna be okay. Look at that. They're running away. Oh, we did it. I was worried it was gonna be a much larger invasion than that, but we're actually okay. Let's not do this then. Let's get rid of all of this. That should, yeah, that brings our employment back down to a more reasonable area. And we can cut back on weapons production as well, just to bring employees back to an acceptable area. Okay. Victorious, our soldiers are home from the war, so actually, our soldiers would have been back in time. If we actually waited, look at that, all our soldiers are now back. And now I feel a lot more secure. And also we lost some troops here, no problem. We've got an academy up so that we can actually just keep restoring our troops. Ah, that's fantastic. And also our kingdom rating rose a bit, we're at 34. We lost some because we were late on the requests. But also it mentioned Buhan has now opened as a trade route, and there's the barley. I was looking on how to import barley, there's the barley. Ah, fantastic. And also, on this side, I expanded my farming area down to the back here, which is, and it also sort of connects up this area. And we're gonna be able to bring in enough food here to actually feed this area now. And also, since we are producing pottery, we could actually... How do I want to do this? I could have a road reaching around back here. Actually... if I reorganize this a little bit, I could make this a proper area. Let's get rid of that. We could have the road expand out this way. Road expand out that way. And we should be able to fit a pavilion right there. Which means we can get rid of this juggler's school. We can roadblock this off. Roadblock that off. And we can get some proper entertainment going, and we can up our export of pottery to export when it's over 800, allowing enough pottery to come into this area, and you can focus on buying chickpeas and pottery. So we can actually evolve these houses a little bit further, so that we can actually get things going. And also, beautification, plaza, can we plaza this up a little bit? Just to, since we have a ton of money now. There we go. Evolve these houses a bit. Bring that up. Come on. That actually helps bring in a few more people. Though I might have to move this pottery industry a little bit further away. Maybe. Alright, so now this is where our city can really start to take off, because money is just flooding in. We've got so much money. And that allows us to do what we need to do. I really want to focus on getting our military up first. So I'm going to put down one more fort of infantry. And also we got to watch our population. Okay, Bast is resentful. So we do have to drop down a bunch of shrines. Let's get 2 to Bast. We'll get 2 to Ptah. And we'll get 2 to Ra, which we can put... here. Okay. So that should keep the gods happy. Military is on the way. Did we actually solve our we have solved pretty much our employment problem. Evolving some of these houses, we can start getting some entertainment going. Pottery is going to come through here. I think we do need to just drop down a conservatory somewhere. I think either side... Actually, we can just squeeze the entertainment back here. Oh, I forgot to roadblock this. That is a little dangerous. Roadblock that off. The conservatory can be placed back there, no problem. Doesn't matter which side the walker spawns. And we can actually start evolving this area to something a little bit nicer. And we could start importing... Did I actually just put down a conservatory there? We can start importing barley and getting some beer in, getting these houses even further. Things are looking on the up and up, and I think we're reaching the point where things are, well, just a little bit more secure. Alright, now we have so much money, 8,500, the gold keeps streaming in, and actually, since we have the money, I'm thinking of building a temple complex, and I looked these up. There's Ra, Ptah, and Bast on this mission, and to find out more about those, I did have to check here, the overseer of the temples is question mark. You can click on religion, temples, and shrines, and it shows here what they do. So Ra is basically kingdom rating and trade for all sorts of stuff. Bast is making people happy and healthy and stuff like that, which is pretty handy. But Ptah, you can see here, makes gold mines, copper mines, gemstone mines, clay pits, shipwrights, jewelers, weavers, make a lot of things better. And also some of these altars, altar of Ammon, god of the sun, honored by attention, spurs quarries, woodcutters, and brickworks to work more quickly. And well, apparently, well, our use less libraries teachers use less papyrus to educate the city's inhabitants. So this overall is good because we're going to have to import reeds and make papyrus ourselves. But basically speeding up brickworks will help our monuments, and well, better gold mines alone gets us even more money. So I think I'm going to build a temple complex to Ptah. I'm going to squeeze it in over here, right on this corner. So let's go to Temple Complex, Ptah, and I think you can rotate this if you press R, but it's okay. I'm just gonna squeeze it in right there, right on the corner, as efficient as it can be. Bam, there it is. And also, Temple Complex, we have plenty of money. Let's put down the altar. Oh, we only get to choose one, right? Altar of Ammon, Oracle of Thoth. Oh no, it's in the middle as well. So we can put that down, and we can put the altar of Ammon. There we go. Temple of Ptah. That's a lot of stuff. So that makes everything work faster. I'm not sure by how much, but it should be pretty good, right? Alright, so since we had the money, I went ahead and put that straight down. And also, while we're at it, putting down religious stuff, we can look at the monuments we have to put down. I got a mausoleum and small mud brick pyramid. This thing's pretty big. Can we rotate this? We cannot rotate this. But we could just go ahead and have it hooked up to all of this stuff. Let's see, the other one is a small mud brick pyramid. It's pretty small. There's a bit of farmland here. I'm not sure if I want to waste that, but I could have these things just set up. Placing them down now is not a bad thing. Let's slow the game down. I think, well, it's either we put it here or here. And we kind of have a bit of industry set up here, so I think I will squeeze them in here. So monument, the mausoleum's the big one, so let's make sure we get that in first. How do I want to do this? I don't want to go up all the way to the water. I could have it squeeze down this way, actually, up to our military. And we can have that road from the back. And then we could have the small pyramid right there, right? That looks okay. Or we could have the small pyramid up here against our temple complex. Ooh, that does actually look okay. The pyramid next to the temple complex. Alright, I'm gonna put down the small mud brick pyramid here. So I wanted to like leave a little space between. Ooh. Placing these just right can always be a little tricky. I'm not sure if I'll ever use this farmland, so I think it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this 1, 2, 3 space there. I'm gonna have it a little asymmetrical. I'm gonna put this Oh, you need to... I always mess that up. Okay, 240 blocks of sandstone for that, no problem. I'm just gonna mark it out. Let's see. Monuments, mausoleum, so that's gonna go there, right? Yep. No problem. Can we place down the small mud brick pyramid? It's the same width, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, right there. We can place that down. Okay, so we're gonna have this road sort of extend like that. So this is the... let me check. The mausoleum will go there. It's all aligned quite nicely. That's actually fantastic. Yeah, love it. Fantastic. And just to mark this out properly, I'm gonna have this row of gardens right there. Ah, that's gonna look so good once it's built. I know it's on a bit of farmland, but we got plenty of farmland on this side. And look at this, we're actually feeding these people. So, and we got plenty of food. Do these just need desirability to evolve further? Yeah, let's go ahead and drop down some gardens for these lovely people. Disease has struck, apparently. Where has the... oh, I forgot to put a physician over on this side. That's a little unfortunate. I'm just gonna plop it down there for now. Okay. No problem there. Well, what was I doing? I was gardening up these guys. Yeah. Let's garden you up. And also, I did build... I know you guys love this. I built a festival square and I threw a festival for Bast. Because we have the money, so why not? So I squeezed it in there. Looks good. And look at our military. That's filling out quite nicely as well. And these guys are veterans. I think we're going to be safe from any invasion. I would like to get 2 more infantry going, though we are a little short on weapons. But it's fine. Ah, this is looking good. Got the temple complex down. Space for the 2 monuments, and this requires... get some work camps going? Yeah. As we're evolving these houses, a bunch more people are going to move in, giving us the employees we need to get this started. Alright, looks good. We still have 3,000 Deben, and we're going to keep going. Alright, it looks like a new trade route is available. Icon has been opened, and these are the guys we saved from that invasion, so I think it's pretty important. Let's see. They do buy weapons and copper, which we could sell. They sell beer if we want to do that. So if we want to open up a new trade route for copper and weapons, that's actually something we could do. We don't have to do it right now. Meanwhile, I'm thinking we could try and deal with these hyenas. I think if you wipe them out completely, we can actually clear the map of hyenas. So we'll let this go ahead and try and clear out these hyenas, and we can destroy those statues. And over here, I have set up a sort of a naval area. We got our dock, we got our shipwright, we got, we're going to be importing wood and barley into this area. And lots more people are moving in. It looks like these houses are having a little bit of problems evolving. Not going to be a problem here. We're just going to garden this up. Make sure these houses evolve nicely. There we go. And we might as well beautify all of this stuff. Press R to change these statues. I'm gonna put this one down first. As my usual, I'm gonna do the 2 birds there. I'm gonna move this physician. Oh, we actually went into debt. Is it because we just bought a bunch of stuff? We just bought a bunch of stuff. No problem. We'll get that money back really quickly. So we're buying all this sandstone, because to place our mausoleum, we're gonna need a bunch of sandstone. We're also importing a bunch of limestone, which is needed for this small mud brick pyramid. We're importing barley and wood. Got a ton of it there, so that's why we're in debt. We just imported a bunch of stuff. Wood is expensive. And what's this? Oh, great Pharaoh Gamezak, alert your soldiers, for the Egyptian army is engaged in combat at the distant city of Kerma and requires you to dispatch reinforcements there. Send troops to their aid within 18 months. Okay. And we threw another festival there. Dispatch waterborne troops to Kerma within 18 months. Okay. We don't have any waterborne companies. So we need... Does that mean we need troops in boats, or do we need actual warships? I'm not too sure. But I have set up a couple transport ships. It's a small force, I think. Yeah, a small force. So two infantry forts sent over should do it. And over here you can see I put down a couple of houses and got this area working because caravans cannot cross these ferry landings unless they actually are employed. Immigrants can, but caravans cannot. Now, we do need to make all that money back. So let's just, I'm gonna put down my, I missed it. Press R to change the statue shape, place that there, that looks good. And you can see I also doubled up on the firehouses because risk of fire can actually be quite dangerous. You gotta be careful about those sorts of things. Anyway, we have fed this area. You can see a bunch of people moving in, which should help our employment. We're short by 177 employees, but it's currently all short in industry and commerce because of my priorities. And industry and commerce is basically gold mines. And, oh, we did actually kill all of these hyenas. I think we can now remove these statues. I know we don't have to, but just for aesthetics. And yeah, industry is doing fine. Flax is still coming in, pottery is still coming in. We only export when we're over 800, so we're never short on anything. And money isn't that much of an issue. Now that we're importing stuff, it can be a little pricey, but once we sell a bit more linen, sell a bit more pottery, those gold mines coming in, it's gonna be fine. Alright, so things are looking good. We're importing barley. We need a couple ships here. Is this this is actually sort of slowing things down. It should still get us our boats in time anyway. And we will send archers to clear off those hyenas as well. Just to clear off this area, might as well. Alright, so things are looking good. These areas are fed. This next harvest should stabilize all the food requirements of these two housing areas. And as people move in, we're back in the black, making money. And yeah, all of that's gonna be good. So we'll keep going. And yeah, we do still have to keep working on these monuments as well. Alright, we got a couple infantry forts in these transport ships, which means we can send them on their way. And it is a small force attacking in 7 months, so let's go ahead and dispatch these two now. Now, I think we can actually send boats straight up, but this is what we have right now. Let's dispatch that. And those two boats are off they go. Our two infantry forts. That should be able to handle a small invasion. And on the back of this, we do have 2 more infantry forts and 2 archer forts in case we get attacked. It'll be safer than the last one. Meanwhile, our small mud brick pyramid's going along quite nicely. We got some beer coming along. And I'm gonna start bringing over some pottery and beer over into this area. If I could get some pottery over on this side and you know, take it out of this area, it's gonna be good. I also upped the limit. I'm only gonna export pottery when it's over 1,600, so there's 800 here and 800 over here. And we should be getting that over relatively soon. Once the 800 pottery comes down here, we'll be able to provide that and get more people in. It doesn't take much pottery for each house, it's just 8 for these big ones. And I think it's just 2 for the small one, so 800 pottery should be able to supply this whole area, no problem. It seems okay. And all of these houses, oh, just a bit, have not evolved. I think the next harvest should be able to get all these houses fed properly. Yeah, I think we just need a bit of time, that's all. Alright, so things are still looking good. More sandstones coming in. We're gonna need maybe another storage yard or 2 of these. Beer is being produced in case there's any requests, and employment is still not good, but again, it's all in the industry. And a reminder, these gold mines, although they're understaffed, because we have this temple complex to Ptah, the gold mines are more efficient. So we're still getting plenty of money out of them. Alright, so things seem good, and I think we just have to keep going here. Oh, would you look at this? Oh, great Pharaoh Gamazak, because Mennefer is blessed by Ra, the city of Mennefer requests that you send 2,100 flasks of beer for a great festival to Ra. The city requires these goods within 18 months. Okay. We have started the industry and we already have 800. I think I could just up the brewery production here a little bit to get things going. And that should be able to get us what we need within 18 months. And oh, we are actually getting more people in, and I brought some pottery over to this side, so these houses will be evolving soon enough if we just speed it along a little bit here. Oh wow, one bazaar took 800 straight up. Sorry, bazaar number 2. Oh, you did actually get some. So, you got 400, you got 4... Oh, okay. They both took at the same time. But now these houses will be able to start evolving to the next level, all the way up to here, and they just need a supply of beer. But doing this will actually get us the population we need, I think. You can see here, all of this makes extra room for 8 in each one of these, and that's going to help a lot with our population. Alright, and our money is just skyrocketing. We don't have to worry about money at all. I think I could just drop tax rates a little bit, because, you know, it just keeps people happy. I'll up that by 1. Might as well. And since we are actually flooding in money, let me just put down, where's the Dynasty Mansion? Which we can just go ahead and, it doesn't really matter where we put it. I'm gonna put it over here, I guess. I mean, it'll look sort of good there. Let's put our Dynasty Mansion over here so we can start paying ourselves a little bit of money so I can have something to give as tribute. Yeah, so let me just check here. We are actually... Pharaoh's salary... Are we at Pharaoh already? Of 100? Let's drop it a little bit. I don't need to be paid that much. I'll keep it at the Nomarch's salary. Because we don't need that much money. Just so I have a bit to give as gifts. To raise our kingdom rating. Alright, so... That looks good. Let's keep going. And would you look at that, we got enough beer with 10 months to comply. Let's just dispatch those goods. And also I set this warehouse over here to go and get a bit of beer, so we can actually start evolving this house, make sure we're not buying beer quite yet. Over on this side, these houses have pretty much all evolved. A bit short on food, so I put down another couple farms just to get things going. And that should solve the food issue on this side. We're continuing to throw festivals every now and again. Next one's to Ra, because we could just push this over and get a blessing from Ra. Bast is currently displeased, which means we do have to put down some shrines to Bast, which, no problem. Let's just do what we normally do, which is to alternate houses and shrines here, because we do need maybe a bit of extra population. We're going for quite a large population on this map, 8,000. We'll see how many we can fit with these 3 housing areas. I think it'll be almost 8,000. We might need 1 more housing area. Not too sure quite yet, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, money, it's fine. And also, we've got warships coming in. We have a bunch of warships already in case we get attacked by the water. Our troops have returned from a victorious battle, so that should... I'm not sure if that's gonna... I think it was to Kerma, right? That mission? Hero's Return? It doesn't say there. Distant Battle. Yeah, Kerma. So we might actually get Kerma as a new trade route coming up soon. We'll see how that happens. And also I just put down these walls right here, in case you're wondering. In case we do get invaded from here, I could at least have a little bit of static defense. I would build it elsewhere, but it sort of needs a road connection from the recruiter, which we kinda could do, but I couldn't be bothered. Anyway, day-long festival for Ra, there we go. How's our employment looking? Short by 71 employees, that's looking good. That means most of our industries are gonna be pretty much working at full capacity. Alright. And I think, at this point, we just have to focus on getting these monuments going. I mean, do we just need more... Oh, I think I've accidentally blocked off access for workers with these gardens, right? Yeah. You gotta be careful. I put down these decorations, I actually blocked the workers from getting to the pyramid. So I'll leave a slight gap right there. Okay. Get this pyramid on the way. Alright, and I think it's looking pretty good. Alright, now we're evolving these houses. I just noticed our money's 17,000, why? We're evolving these houses to modest apartments, and to get them to the next level they just need a courthouse, which we can squeeze in at the ends of here. And is that actually gonna block? That does actually block. Let's undo that. We need a gap in something here. Did we actually build from end to end? Let's just... open up a little gap here, and, ooh, 1,500 beer, 12 months to comply. We actually almost have enough. Never mind. I'm not going to worry about that yet. Let's put down the courthouse, get these houses evolved. We can put another courthouse here. Okay, so evolving all of these to spacious apartments, which need more entertainment, which means we can squeeze in a dance school somewhere. I guess I could just squeeze it here, right? Dance school there. That means these houses as well need a dance school somewhere. Can I squeeze in a dance school? How could I do this? A dance school actually fits right there. Would you look at that? There we go. That actually does connect through. It's a bit messy, right? We have enough of the goods, so let's just send that off. Yeah, dispatch goods. Fantastic. There should be plenty of beer in the system to keep these houses going. Look at that. All of these are evolving. Very nice. So plenty of room for more people to move in. We have 20,000 even. We are shot by 155 workers. We have a brickworks going. We got 2 clay pits and a bunch of brickworks, and we're going to be importing straw with a new trade route. Oh, not a new trade route, but Ichijatawi, which is a land trade route. They can sell up to 4,000 straw. And have I forgot to set that to actually import the straw? There we go. Let's import the straw. We could import as much as we like. Just set it max. Yeah, import as much as you can because it doesn't cost much. Straw is not expensive. And now that the new food has come in, looks like we still have plenty of surplus food here. That should be able to feed these areas as well. Extra houses that we put down. There's enough pottery, enough beer. Yep. Beer is still coming in. We've imported reed, starting to make papyrus, because I'm sure we're going to need that soon. We gotta wait. So dancers have come in here. No basic education. They need scribal schools, which means I should put down another storage yard, like over here. Can I fit one there? How do I want to do this? Now I'll just put it here. Storage yard there, which is going to be set to getting papyrus. We just need a little bit here. We'll get a quarter of papyrus there. And we could... How do I want to do this? Let's put another storage yard back here somewhere. Yeah, just like that. And this is going to be getting papyrus as well. Just a little bit. So we'll bring papyrus to the 2 areas and we can get some scribal schools going. And there we go, papyrus is coming in. And I don't have to think about money at all, so it's fine. And employment should be fixed up once these people move in. Alright, so things looking very good here. And look at that, we've got some bricks being made, it seems. And we're actually getting a bit of the pyramid going. Oh, fantastic. Or was that just the limestone? I'm not too sure. We could put down a couple more work camps though. Let's just, yeah, get an extra work camp here and there to get these things moving a little bit more. And look at all that straw that's come in. Plenty of straw. We could up the clay production a little bit once we get some... I don't know, we got plenty of people moving in, so let's just go ahead and drop another clay pit and a couple more brickworks. Because why not? There we go. Alright, monuments are finally properly on the way. Do we have enough sandstone yet? We have 184. We need 240. We still got some space here. I think I'm going to need one more storage yard for it, which doesn't have to be there. We can just place it anywhere, actually. And kingdom rating has risen. This is just going to be accepting sandstone. We need to get that 240 in, but besides that, this area I turned into a loop, got our stonemasons guilds there. We also got a couple carpenters guilds here, just to prepare for when we need it, and they've filled up with wood. And yeah, things looking good. I think papyrus has started to shift out. Yeah, we got papyrus coming down this side, which means we can go ahead and drop the scribal schools, which we can just place... Yeah, one can go here, and one can go here. So we can get these 2 areas evolved. Has papyrus made it over here yet? Not quite. Alright, but we're gonna get these houses evolved, and yeah, it's all looking very, very, very good. I could do with a bit more farmland over on this side though. So I think I'll be able to squeeze a few more farms in. Alright, we're actually going to be invaded by a Canaanite army here in 1 month, so let's slow things down. And I did actually get these up to common residences, and there's some extra room for people, but it turns out I sort of overloaded how much food we're eating here. So I had to remove a bunch of houses because they were devolving because not enough food. And it was sort of my fault as well, because I didn't notice there was a break in the irrigation, like right behind here, and all of these farms at the back were not irrigated. But I have upped the number of farms. It seems like the extra population was eating a bunch of extra food. Over on this side, it seems like we're doing okay in terms of food. All of these houses seem pretty fed. So I think the amount of farms over here is okay. Meanwhile, our small mud brick pyramid is going along quite nicely. We've got our brick industry going. I could do with a few more work camps, but I'm sort of just waiting for this extra sandstone to come in because we've almost got the amount we need. And once we place that down, we can just go ahead and, well, remove all of these storage yards, which is going to be great. You can see some of these houses are running out of food. Not the best thing. I'm just going to not deal with that right now. This next harvest should solve our food issue a little bit. And also with the reduced amount of housing, we should be able to have enough. You've run out of food as well. Yep, let's not deal with any devolved houses right now. Because, our employment is not too bad. I did remove a whole bunch of my gold mines because I have 35,000 Deben and I don't need the money. I just don't. I could actually just get rid of all of these. I don't need gold mines right now. If my money starts to go down, I could replace the gold mines. But for now, I want to stabilize my other industries like the papyrus and the beer industries. And here we go. Canaanite army is here to destroy the city. It's a water invasion. Okay, so let's grab all of our warships. You are gonna... I guess we just sort of bring them all here first. Is that... What is this boat? That's a transport ship. Can you go back home? I'm trying to select this guy. And I got another warship here. I got a maximum fleet of 6 warships. Let's get them all over. Controlling warships is a little tricky, but it should be okay. And the last one, you come over here. Okay, now what are we dealing with? These are enemy warship, enemy transport, just in case that transport might come over this side. Let's make sure our troops are facing the right way. Don't know where they could land. Let's just put you there. We'll put you here. And put you here. We'll bring our troops out in case they land in a weird spot. It seems like they're coming down this way. Oh, the warships are splitting up. That's not a problem. The transport, I have a feeling, is going to land right here. So let's make sure they don't destroy our farms. Okay. Our 3 ships there, our 3 ships there. Should be able to... Why does it look like we have 7 ships here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, why do I have 7 ships? They've landed and they're now attacking. Alright, so I was right, they did land here. Seems like we've... Oh, this is a transport. I accidentally selected a transport. It seems like... Ooh, Ra blessing for trading more. Alright, let's deal with these guys. There we go. And dealt with. Now, shot by 55 employees, that looks pretty good. Let's return everyone to their forts and also return to wharves. Everyone go back home. Fantastic. I don't know where these boats are going. Can you... Our boats are chasing the transport? Can I control these guys at all? Now the boats in Pharaoh do tend to mess up a little bit. It seems like they're going home eventually. Okay, there they go. They're off. And let's bring all of our troops back. Now, is it the harvest time yet? March? I think it's next month, April. It seems like we've got a bunch of people back in. Now, what is this waiting for? We don't have a Bricklayers Guild. Do we not have a Bricklayers Guild? Oh, I think I forgot to put down Bricklayers Guilds. Let's get some Bricklayers Guilds down. I was wondering why this monument was not continuing, but there we go. That's gonna solve that problem. Also, in case you're wondering, I did remove some gardens here and there because gardens apparently do block the walking path of certain things. So we have to leave a little gap here and there to make sure things actually they can walk through. Because these walkers and stuff, they can't walk through gardens for some reason. Not too sure why. Meanwhile, looking over here, I can also put down a scribal school. Let's just squeeze one in there because we've got some papyrus down. That's going to evolve those houses. And here comes the food supply. It looks like we have enough, but I'm going to wait for the bazaars to distribute the necessary resources. Seems like beer and pottery are doing okay. I've split up the job of getting it over here to 2 different storehouses. And do we have... We have 240 sandstone. So let's go ahead and stop importing. And we can finally put down the monument mausoleum. Here we go. Placing down the mausoleum in my very carefully selected spot. Bam! And let's see. Now that we've got enough sandstone, we can start on this monument. My workers are clearing the site now. Mausoleum is 4% complete. Requires an additional 256 blocks of sandstone. I guess we haven't finished importing sandstone. Was it 256 blocks? Yeah. But at least we could get rid of some of these storage yards. We don't need this many. There we go. Alright. So everything's looking good. Where is the entrance point for this thing? I'm not too sure. I just did leave some gaps in the gardens there, so it should be fine. But it looks like bricklayers are now here. This pyramid's going along, and now at this point, we just have to focus on fulfilling our requirements. We're halfway the population we need. I think I will need one more housing area. Prosperity is also... Yeah, overall quality of housing. We do need to get some of these evolved. They require a second type of food, and we can actually get fishing wharves going. I could make this a fishing island, actually, but getting all the fish to the people we need might be a little tricky. There's actually some nice flat coast around here. I might be able to get enough fish from here. Or maybe... I don't really want to move my warship wharves, but I could. We have plenty of money to do whatever we need to. I know I'm supposed to move these things around to make them more efficient, but I don't have to, and I'm not a min-maxer sort of player. I'm just trying to get things stabilized and making sure our food supply is actually good. It seems like we do have a decent amount of food here. So let's get some houses back in. Like that. That looks good. Yep. Yeah, because it looks like we've got our food back to a stable area. Alright, so we're gonna keep going, get these monuments going. You can see the workers are on. We're on the second layer for our pyramid here. Lots of bricks coming in, no problem. And yeah, looks good. Alright, so we've been going on for quite some time now. This small mud brick pyramid is coming along quite nicely, and it says we don't need any more bricks, I think. It's just limestone left, so I've got all these leftover bricks, and I think there are actually people who who buy bricks, so we could go ahead and sell them to Menat Khufu here, 2,500 a year. And we started losing money again, so I put down all the gold mines just to get that going once more, because we do need money coming in for our prosperity to go up. And we lost a bunch of prosperity here, not because of our housing area, because housing I've gone up to elegant residences here. And I'm not sure if I need to get them even higher. They need a second god to evolve further. Not sure if I want to do that. Meanwhile, we do need 8,000 people on this mission, so I set up a housing area on this side. We brought the resources in. Just need to get fishing or something going to bring food in, which I could totally set up a bunch of fishing wharves on the back here. There's plenty of flat coast on this side, and there's a bit of farmland on the end, and I could even cross over here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some fishing going first, get this area fed up quite nicely, and see how close we get to... Oh, people are annoyed with me because there are too many slums. Ah, I see. So I think I do need to slow things down and set up that fishing area, get this place fed so people aren't so upset with me, and yeah, just keep going, really. Alright, throwing those festivals do have their benefits. Ptah singles out a storage yard with excess capacity, increases gems, clay, pottery, flax, linen, or jewelry already present there. I don't know what exactly it maxed out, because all of our things are pretty... This guy overtook beer, I think? I think we need to get more pottery down here. Can we put... Oh, I'll sort that out soon. Anyway, most of our houses are pretty good. I squeezed in another temple here at the expense of a couple houses, but this gets us up to fancy residences, the highest we need to go in this mission, I think. It's bringing our prosperity rating up, but we're at 57. We just need a bit more there. And the monuments are going along quite nicely. Look at this, a bit more limestone coming in. I think... Oh, we need 4 loads to finish us off, so... This is almost completing it. This mausoleum is also coming along quite nicely, just needs more sandstone, we're importing that. And over here, we finally fed this area with a bunch of fish. That gets rid of the slums, and it allows us to start buying other things. So go get yourself pottery, beer, and linen if you require it to be so. And we can put down the scribal school, get that going. And I'm not sure what else we need here. I think we need a dentist, so go ahead and get yourself a dentist over there. And we don't need a mortuary, do we? No. What else have we missed out? Are we taxing these people? We are taxing these people. Even though our tax rate is at 0%, we could... Okay, there we go. Let's up that a little bit to 3%. That should be okay, right? Do we actually have all the employment we need, and our money's going up because we have our infinite source of money over here, the gold mines, so much excess food on this side, which means if we can get more people moving into this area, it'll give us the employment we need to set up a fishing area. Ah, Ra has increased our reputation, fantastic. Set up a fishing area to get a second type of food down here, which means we can start prepping for that. Let's drop this to fill up half the granary, and we can actually just start putting down fishing wharves, right? We can fit quite a few here. Let me make sure the bazaars are not buying fish. Yeah, that's fine. A second granary is probably a good idea, actually. Can I make that work anyway? This juggler's school does not need to be there. Alright, so I'm gonna set up a... get the second type of food coming in here, and I think we need to get another warehouse going to grab pottery. I mean, he's bringing back a good amount of pottery, but it's not enough. And yeah, but besides that, things are going along quite nicely. This area should get our population up pretty high, almost to 8,000 if nothing else, and then we just got to get these done. We just need a little bit more of limestone here, and we'll be able to finish off this pyramid. Alright, would you look at that? The pyramid is now being polished, and Ptah is pleased with attention. Ensures that shipwrights, weavers, and jewelers throughout your city are fully stocked. We've only got weavers and a shipwright. It's fine. Thank you for the blessing. It's the thought that counts. Anyway, this pyramid's coming along quite nicely, and the mausoleum is 63% complete. Masons are working hard. Okay, so it's just needs to send people over, I think. Stonemasons, I guess. Yeah. And I think the stonemasons are currently over here polishing this off. And does that mean all the resources we need are in? Which means we can stop importing sandstone and limestone, which is going to help our money skyrocket even further. Let's speed this along. And also, while that's going on, I severed the water connection here and created a water connection here. So all of these fishing areas, these fishing wharves, can now come down over here. We've got 4 on this side itself. And it's all going to be providing fish into this area, this granary right here, which is currently accepting... I really should have 2 granaries, though. Can I actually get rid of that? I mean, will this stay irrigated? I'm not too sure. I'm gonna put a second granary down here. And this is just gonna be accepting fish. So we get a second type of food down here. And over here, these houses have all evolved up until common residences, and now they need a second type of food. I'm gonna wait and see if fish actually maintains in this area, because we're a little low on fish. Gotta make sure the fish supply stays up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fishing wharfs. But never mind, this pyramid is now done. There we go. Oh, great Pharaoh. Gamerzak masons have completed their finishing touches on the gleaming outer casing of fine limestone, and the big brick pyramid is finally done. Fantastic. And now all the masons and workers are coming over onto this side. It's 81% complete. I think all the resources are in, so we can just watch this get built. This mausoleum with the temple complex, and actually we could make this temple complex look a little bit prettier as well. While we're at it, we'll just get that road up, and we will stick a road out there, which is a plazad road, allowing us to get the gardens coming along here. Add it sort of to the whole aesthetic of things. We can... How do I want to do this? Does that look okay? So it's sort of like that? Yep. Fantastic. We're at 6,000 plus people as well, so we're climbing up to 8,000 people pretty good. And also our prosperity is at 62. Almost where it needs to be. I think if we just evolve some of these houses up with a second type of food source, we'll be able to get to our desired area. Now this is now 88% complete. It's so close to being done. Come on. And once this is done, we actually can... We have unemployment of 8%, surprisingly. Come on, get this done. There we go. Oh, great Pharaoh Gamerzak, the Sacred Mausoleum is finally complete. This is a remarkable achievement for your city. Ah, fantastic. The 2 monuments are finally done. I will get rid of these if we need more workers. We currently do not. We have unemployment of 7%. And the monument rating will just be topped off once we put these in. There we go. We need 12 weapons, 400 pottery, 1,600 linen, 1,600 papyrus, and actually, I almost forgot. We do actually have a request for beer. 2,400. I think we need to deal with that. How do I... We gotta stockpile this a little bit, and I'll stop exporting beer as well, because we just need a lot of it coming in. So we're gonna stockpile beer, sort that request out. Fish should be coming in now. We've only got 1 shipwright, so getting the fish down here, it's a long walk as well. It's not the best of walks, but hopefully it brings in enough fish to evolve these houses to the next level. Over on this side might actually be easier if we set up farms on the end here. I'm not sure. Let's just make sure we don't run out of fish on this side, because this bazaar is sort of struggling. It might be able to do it, not too sure. And it seems like we're going to be attacked in 8 months, but I'm not too concerned about that. And we have not sent... You have 6 months left to send the goods, 2,400. How much beer do we have? We actually have plenty. Send that off. And we can stop stockpiling that resource, and we'll stop selling it as well, because we got 40,000 Deben. Way more than we need. Prosperity is stagnant. Yeah, we do need to evolve some of these houses. Maybe if I just bring in enough fish to feed one area, it'll be enough. I'm thinking, right? One area should be fine. Alright, so now that these are complete, we'll focus on evolving some houses, get us up to 8,000 people, and then we should be able to win this mission. Alright, that Bedouin army is upon us. Where are they coming from? And it is the north over here. So I did check beforehand that these guys were going to be coming from the north, and it is sort of one of my contentions about these old city builders, that you can't tell where people are coming from. Anyway, I'm sending over 2 infantry forts. I got 2 more trying to cross the river right now. Boat control is always a problem. Let's disembark you guys over here, if it's possible. And these guys can't get on the boat until the last guy gets over here. But at least we got 2 infantry forts over in time. But yeah, meanwhile, we are getting some fish down into this area here. I'm waiting for this granary to properly fill up so we can at least feed one of these areas with a second type of food. Now... Alright, we can actually probably engage these guys immediately, since the policemen are already sort of throwing themselves at the problem. Alright, you, disembark over here. So we got 2 more infantry forts on the way, and we should be able to deal with this invasion. Now you, yeah, go fight those guys. Now don't just walk in place. All of you, get over there. And I think 1 company was actually enough. High taxes discourage immigration. Really? We got 3%. I'm just dropping taxes to 0%. Anyway, that was the invasion dealt with. We now have to get all these people back over the river. I'm not going to make you guys watch that. And yeah. I wish there was a quick way to get things over. By the way, I did put a granary over on this side to collect up the fish. So this one is set to getting as usual. And this one is set to accepting. Just so we get a bit more fish over here. And why was fish just taken out of this? The amount of fish just went down, right? If I saw that correctly. Maybe it was just a visual glitch, because I don't think fish should be taken out of this area for any reason. Alright, so we're at 6,500 people, just 1,500 short of what we need to be. There's some stability issues over here, and it seems like it is food issues. It seems like we do need more fish coming in onto this side, which might be a little bit of a problem. We did lose 1 fishing wharf, so I'm gonna try sort out these fishing issues and see if we can actually get even more fish coming down here. I might be able to cross over here. Alright, we'll get the population issue worked on, and hopefully we can win in the next couple parts. Oh, we are being invaded one more time. Let's see where they're coming from. It is a water invasion. Okay. So let's just grab all of our boats. We'll put 1 there. We'll put 1 there. Need employees, no problem. And put 1... Make sure I select the right thing here. Is that... That's a transport, right? I want you. 3 boats going there. And we'll have 3 boats come down this way. This is a little fiddly. I wish there was a way to select all boats. And 1 more boat. So we'll put 3 boats here and the 3 boats there. We'll see if we can stop them from destroying things. Now, they do tend to send land armies as well, so let's send a couple troops over there, just in case they land there, and just in case they land there. Right? We'll have extra archers there, extra archers here. Don't know where they might land. Hopefully they don't land. That's a warship, that's a warship, that's a transport. Okay, if the transport lands here, it's very, very bad, because we can't stop them. Anyway, besides this, we have gotten down enough fish into this area with the second granary to get all of these up to fancy residences, and we got the linen in as well, being brought over by here. And it seems like some of our fishing boats are being sunk, not the best of things, but we're also getting fancy residences over here. Which should bring our population up to almost 7,000. Up here we're also getting some elegant residences. We need another temple to a god here to get it up higher, which I think I will just go ahead and get that done now. This is Ptah. No, let's get a temple to Bast. Bast is our patron god. I always forget which one's the patron. Yeah, another temple. Displeased right now, so let's just make sure Bast is a little bit happier by putting down a few shrines there and there. Okay, good. Now how's this invasion going? Where's this transport going? Down this way? Okay, we have to try and stop this. Where are you gonna land? Right there, behind our physician. Okay, let's bring these archers over. Let's bring these guys over. Oh, they're killing our farmers. They're killing our farms. Come on, guys. Let's stop them. There we go. Now, where's our... Can we seek and destroy all enemies? Go go kill all enemies. And we'll kill these guys. The invasions usually aren't too powerful. Come on, kill that guy. There we go. Alright, let's send all of our troops back. Return to fort. Thank you for your service. You guys can return as well. I think we did sink the enemy warships, which seems good. Okay. So over here, we still need some fish coming down over here. We've got some fancy residences, but not quite all. And over on this side, we do have elegant residences. Are our temples amiable? Okay. Extra couple to Bas there. So we're getting these up to... Oh, we are short on chickpeas. We do have a lot of chickpea farms here, but it seems like we ran out of chickpeas to maintain that. Meanwhile, over on this side, I'm just sort of setting up an extra housing area just to boost our population a little bit, because we do have more prosperity than we need. So I can have a slightly less evolved area to boost our population just by 1,000, just by a bit. And that should be able to get us to our winning conditions. Alright, finally, after another hour of playing, I've finally hit 8,000 people. I managed to get these houses down here to common residences. And over on here, everything's fancy residences, fancy residences, fancy residences, squeezing a couple extra houses. Just keeping these areas evolved was always a little tricky because of course, the dancer glitch, where sometimes these houses just don't get the dancers, really. Anyway, besides that, we've also gotten all of our ratings. Culture is at 65, prosperity is at 67, we're at 74,000 Deben here. Kingdom ratings at 100 because of a request that we fulfilled. Another beer request came in. Another small invasion from the North Island. It was nothing. We dealt with that pretty quick. So here's our entertainment district, getting all the jugglers and musicians working along. And I also had to squeeze in a couple senates here, and I also had to put a library here just because for the culture rating, it was requesting for that. But besides that, everything is looking quite good. Mortuaries are also operating, not to evolve the houses, but for the culture rating as well. A second warehouse here just to bring in extra linen to supply the mortuaries. Getting mortuary up and running here, no problem. We produced the linen here, and a mortuary up here. I squeezed it in there just by getting rid of a couple one-tile houses, sort of like that. And food supply, overloaded. We actually could get rid of lots of farms and fishing wharves. Once the food actually started being supplied, like it filled up to 550 for each of these houses, well, it doesn't take much more food to keep it going. Anyway, the last thing we have to do, now that we have 8,000 people, we have all the ratings we need, it's just the monument rating, which means we just have to dump in these burial provisions. So here's the weapons, let's put those in. We'll put in the pottery, there we go, the linen, there we go, and the papyrus, there we go. And that should bring our monument rating up to the next row. Oh, look, those tiles disappeared again. There is a glitch where those tiles disappear sometimes. But let's have a look at these fantastic monuments. We got the small mud brick pyramid, the mausoleum, and also our temple complex to Ptah here, which gave us more gold, really, from our gold mines, which gave us the infinite money we needed. Anyway, now we just have to speed it up, and we will be winning. So let's speed up the game here. And we have victory! This one was a long one, but we made it. Let's proceed!
All hail the wise and resourceful Pharaoh. The new Red Sea trade port is booming, and your support helped establish an equally strong trading post in Nubia.
Well, there we go. We got the Sawu, the trading port, open, and we didn't actually trade all that much because most of our money came from gold, and we never interacted with that city with the luxury good incense. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this mission, Sawu in Pharaoh. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been GamerZach. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.